In 1956, Maniac, developed at Los Alamos Scientific Laboratory, became the first computer to defeat a human in a chess-like game. Chess players were unimpressed. In 2009, a chess simulation running on a mobile phone reached the Grandmaster level. Chess players were amazed and nervous. Today, computers beat human chess players, even grandmasters, 90 to 95% of the time. And so, if a smartphone can beat a grandmaster who has dedicated his life to learning chess, it only makes sense that a cloud-based supercomputer using a new proprietary algorithm, analyzing tens of millions of minute fluctuations in multiple currencies simultaneously, 24 hours a day, without a coffee break, could outperform a room of financial analysts. That is artificial intelligence. Not robots taking over the planet in some bad sci-fi movie, but an innovative technology harnessing hundreds of millions of computations a second over the most complex moving marketplace in the world, with one goal: to make better, faster trades for you. How? By making tens of thousands of micro trades every single day, instantaneously keeping long and short positions in the market, eternally prepared to buy or sell in the sub-fraction of a second. So, how can this innovation help you? And why now? Well, as recently as 12 months ago, if you wanted to leverage the power of this innovative algorithm, you would have had to deposit a minimum of $250,000, but well out of reach for most people. But in the same way that Uber allowed you to make money with your car without paying over $500,000 for a New York taxi medallion, now you can participate in this market with an initial deposit as little as $500. And whether you are brand new to the market or a seasoned pro, this proprietary platform is the newest, most exciting innovation to hit financial markets in our time. And it could be perfect for you. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Ryze AI. Get back to the person who shared this video with you and find out how you can open up an account today.
All right, great. So as you guys see that, you guys got a little brief understanding with the Ryze AI, and it's just I'm so excited about it. I'm excited for Mike and everything that he's doing. I really want to thank him, if you could hear me, for everything he's doing in terms of the partnership with us and helping everybody win with this program. But without further ado, I'll bring it back to Dwayne, where he'll go into explaining more and introducing Mike, so he'll even give you a full breakdown on everything as well. So it's back to you, Dwayne.
Awesome. So guys, I hope you got a nice little glimpse of what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring you a portfolio of, you don't have to do it all, but you have it all. You have it at your fingertips, because everyone comes across somebody who needs their credit repair fixed. Everybody comes across somebody who wants their TV, wants to lower their cable bill. Everybody knows somebody who's losing a house, or they're trying to learn how to flip a house, or they're trying to get into negotiating a debt consolidation or modification. So you have a community in each one of these things. And the crypto world, I'm telling you, 3 weeks ago, if you talked about crypto, I didn't know nothing. I dove full into this crypto world because of the power I saw of earning that it did for our distributors.
Wealth Generators is constantly in search of innovative and disruptive technology that has the potential to benefit our customers. A perfect example of this search is one of our newest products, crypto. Crypto allows customers the unique opportunity to be a part of mining cryptocurrencies. Wealth Generators has partnered with experts in the field of cryptocurrency mining and invested in the top-of-the-line cryptocurrency mining equipment in Hong Kong and Iceland. Cryptocurrency mining equipment lease contracts are now available to customers of crypto. In this video, we'll briefly discuss some specifics regarding crypto's lease contracts. Each crypto contract provides 1,200 days of cryptocurrency mining, hardware maintenance, energy costs, and some of the most competitive hashing rates in the industry, ranging from 11 to 150 mega hash per second. Crypto's GPUs, or graphics processing units, are AMD RXs, or NVIDIA P106 or 1060s. Crypto uses a proprietary algorithm to determine the most profitable cryptocurrencies to mine at any given time. The cryptocurrencies that are currently being mined through the crypto platform are Ethereum, Dash, Monero, and Ethereum Classic, but others may be added at any time. After the lease contracts are executed, mining will begin within 10 business days. The mining returns will be paid in Ethereum directly to crypto customers' digital wallets. To get started with crypto, there's a one-time $99.99 setup fee. Crypto lease contracts range from $500 to $5,000. Those that elect to share crypto with others can earn crypto points for each lease contract they sell. For every 18 crypto points earned, wealth generators will award one free lease contract. Customers can even earn crypto points when someone they shared crypto with also decides to share crypto. Cryptocurrency mining profitability depends highly on the current price and difficulty of the currency being mined. Providing data on mining profitability is not something that can be done, as it is impossible to perfectly predict these variables. However, current crypto customers are seeing daily returns. Because of their unique benefits, many people believe that cryptocurrencies will replace traditional currencies in the near future.
This gentleman, him and I were at another company together. He was a big leader in that company. As a matter of fact, when we locked arms with that travel, it was a travel company, one of the top income earners of the company, and we stayed in communication. And one thing I always say, though, ladies and gentlemen, is that in this industry, it's relationships. It's relationship marketing. It's not network marketing, because it's all about the relationship. It's about locking arms, creating a friendship, and creating that camaraderie that no matter what, because you never know when your paths are going to cross again. And when he left, we both left that company. We went to start our own company. He went and partnered up with some group and started learning this cryptocurrency world. And over the last 2-3 years, we stayed in communication. And he always used to say to me, "D, you got to take a look at this. You got to take a look at this." But you know what? I was doing my own thing. And finally, after speaking with each other, we had a tremendous amount of respect. So I would listen to him, and he was telling me about this Ryze, about that artificial computer, and he started sharing some things with me, and it just made sense. I said, something might be right. I'm gonna take some of these earnings. I'm gonna start putting some money over there and see what it does. And then, sure enough, the timing presented itself one more time, right before the Christmas holiday, right before this Christmas break. We started talking again, and I said, "Mike, I think I'm onto something." I connected with this Bitcoin club where I got my distributors earning money on a daily basis. And now I need a vehicle for them to roll it over with using this cryptocurrency. And that's when we started talking about the Bitcoin mining and the Ryze. So here we are, we're about to partner. We're at the lock arms. Matter of fact, January the 5th, we're gonna make the big announcement. So you guys are getting a pre-announcement right now. I talked to my founders of my group and my VIP leaders. We're already putting together the strategy of how to be able to get those of you to make sure you get your money working for you throughout the course of the evening. So without further ado, I'm going to let you hear from him. He's going to go into more detail of how the Ryze works and how the crypto mining works and how you can start earning from other currencies like Ethereum and Monero and other things of that nature, and having that work for you. So Mr. Michael James, are you on the call?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Hear you loud and clear. First, I want to thank you, sir. I know you're out there in Florida. You're traveling the world yourself, and you're truly making some things happen with your kids, man, and a single dad, and really, really making things happen. So we appreciate you and your time, and God bless you, man. But don't talk to you. Have a happy New Year.
Awesome. So first of all, I appreciate you for giving me the platform to talk to this audience that you have here today. And I want to definitely give a shout out to Josh for doing a great job of articulating the vision of HLC. And I'm actually honored to be able to create a partnership with you, because obviously in our last endeavor, we were sidelined and we worked closely together, but we were never part of business owners. And so now we get a chance to really lock arms and help our people that's been following us and working with us for quite some time, to set them up to win at a high level in 2018. And so I just want to kind of highlight a couple of things, maybe hold you for about 15 minutes or so you can really see the value that we're bringing to this partnership. So I jumped on the session a little early once I got here in Orlando, and everything that I heard in the presentation between the guest speaker and Dwayne and Josh really aligns with my philosophy. So I'm not going to go over them, but I do want you to see that everything is in a line. My philosophy is that information is key, and being included into those conversations where the wealthy people are having their money do X, Y, and Z. And so that's why it's the first thing on my PowerPoint. The second thing is utilizing systems, which HLC is giving you access to do. And so we're going to actually be a complement to those services. You'll see, and you've already seen how some of those things work as well. And then obviously creating leverage. I heard Dwayne say this a little earlier, is that the ultimate goal is to create these passive income streams for yourself to where you're making 6 figures or $1 million for yourself, or whatever your goal is for your family. But it really boils down to one truth. And I sum it up with this, and it's: in order to become financially free, you must become financially fit. We spend, people spend hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars on their physical fitness. They spend hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands of dollars on material things, but they don't spend that type of money on their financial fitness. And so through our partnership with HLC, we want to make sure that we're helping you become financially fit, right? And so therefore you can become financially free. And so we're going to embark upon information. You saw through the member-to-member system that Dwayne has put together, gives you access to information and training, right? Information and training, that's exactly what it is. And that's what makes it so powerful. So that's why we know that we're literally on to a triple threat to $1 million with what we're doing here with our partnership. And so one of the things I want to talk about really quickly is really let you know how our company, Wealth Generators, is structured, just so you know that we're not some business that's going to be here today and gone tomorrow. Our company, Wealth Generators, has a 4-year proven track record of proven success. And so the 2-minute video you saw about Ryze, well, guess what? Prior to this year, that technology was only available to private investors, right? So if you didn't have $250,000 liquid or $1 million in assets, then you wouldn't be a part of that system. But because we've now made that system available to the customer base of HLC, then you get a chance to use what multimillionaires have been using for tons of years. And I'm going to show you real life examples of how this technology has been working for myself, my fiance, and everybody abroad. One of the things I want to talk about really quickly is our strategy. And so we believe in collapsing time frames, okay? And so there's absolutely no reason why what it took me 5 years to do, that it should take you 5 years to do. That's absolutely no reason why it should take, you just as long as it took Dwayne to get to his first 6 figures. So as leaders, our responsibility is provide you the technology so you can literally collapse the time frame and get done in half or a quarter period of the time what it took us to do. And the only way to do that is to give you access to proven professionals that have gone out and proven themselves to be successful in a given marketplace. So Dwayne has connected you to, the big club. So now you can go out there and collapse time frames. So there's nowhere it's going to take you as long as it took the prior leaders to have the financial success that they're looking for. And so what we do is we combine proven professionals along with innovative automated technologies. Let me repeat that. We provide proven professional expertise along with innovative automated technologies. Now, keep in mind, there will be some other companies that try to come into this space and operate in the Forex marketplace or operate in the crypto space or operate in the equity space. But what makes us so special is that our systems are automated, all right? Remember, the whole idea is to put overalls on your money. You want your money having children, okay? And if you are embarking upon a system that requires you to be in front of it in order for it to work, then that's not passive. That's not leverage. It's like owning another job. And so the powerful part about what Wealth Generators brings to the table and a company, for example, like IML, is that, you know what, if you're not sitting in front of the computer or if you're not getting up at 3 a.m. to learn how to trade the London Stock Exchange, you're not making money. Okay, and every single system that we have through our Wealth Generators platform gives you an opportunity to have it function automatically. All right, so therefore you'll get a chance to diversify, right? You heard Dwayne talk about that a little earlier. You can diversify in this platform. So with HLC, you got several different services you can diversify in, and through this partnership with us with Wealth Generators, you're gonna have several different services that you can diversify in. And the tip of the sword, as you've heard, is gonna be the Ryze technology and the crypto technology. But there's more to offer there, which you'll have access to, but we're not gonna talk about that today. But what I do want to do is just kind of show you really quickly my experience with Ryze. As you heard, I was just tugging Dwayne on the shoulders, like, man, you got to take a look at what this Ryze technology is doing, because with my background being an engineer, I've never seen anything like it. I've never been a part of anything that has experienced the type of results that I was getting with Ryze. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to my Google screen and just show you, first of all, we believe in full transparency. There's absolutely no reason that we have to share anything with you that's not factual. And so we have this third-party audit company, myfxbook.com, that literally audits our master account so people can see online right now, okay, the results that are happening with our technology. So you can see that it's auditing matter of fact, before I do that, let me show you my account. Then I'll show you the audit results, okay? So let's go to Capital City Market. So Capital City Market is the international broker that we use to manage our accounts. So, and the cool thing about it is, prior to me partnering with Wealth Generators, I had never opened up an international broker. Every account I had was in the US, but these international brokers function differently. And so as you can tell, the way that they secure funds is through a platform called distribution of funds. So what they do, as you can see here, is they use 8 of the top 10 tier banks around the world. And so you're not just putting your money in Wells Fargo, or putting your money in Bank of America, or putting your money in PNC. No, they take your money and they distribute it across 8 of the top 10 tier banks around the world. And what that does for you is that it says, you know what, if a natural disaster takes place in this country, or if a war starts in this country, you're not worried about your money, okay, being frozen or hung up because of something that's out of your control. And so as you can tell, in this particular account, I have over $5,000 put in here, and the international broker has distributed those funds across 8 of those banks. As you can tell, 2 of them you're familiar with, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, but other these banks are outside the country. This bank here is in Australia, and etc. This bank here is in the Czech Republic. And so this is a powerful way to have your assets distributed. Now let's take a look at my live account. All right, so I'm logged in. And as you can tell, the very first thing you can see is their document requirements. It requires standard KYC documents, which is know your customer, like a traditional account would here in the States. But I'm gonna click here on the live account so you can see exactly what is taking place in this account. Now, what you'll see here as soon as the screen refreshes is that you can see that the Ryze technology, as you saw, does thousands of trades a day. Thousands of trades a day. Now, when I first got the account, I would go in here and try to look up this and see exactly what it was buying. And I learned that this was, you know, silver and all this kind of stuff. But at some point, you'd be like, you know what? It's going to do what it's going to do, right? And I'm not going to worry about it. But in this particular account, I set up a little over a month ago, dumped over $5,000 in this account. Now, keep in mind, this exact same money was just sitting in a traditional account that I have at Chase, right? But I say, you know what? That doesn't make sense. Why would I leave my money sitting in a Chase account that's going to give me 0.01% for the year? So if you do the math on $5,000, that's an annual APR of $50. So this $5,000 would make me $50 for the year sitting in Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, you name it. But here it is, a little over 30 days, and it's already made $251 of interest that's going to compound on top of my initial deposit. So you can see that my current balance now is $5,400. So literally in a 30-day window, I grew $5,200 to $5,400 in 30 days doing nothing while Ryze makes money while I sleep, okay? And that's a powerful thing. And again, it doesn't matter if it's 500, as you saw, the initial deposit can be as low as, or 5,000 or 50,000. The technology is working for you. So the goal, as you heard, is to show you to have multiple streams and multiple opportunities to make income. Now, I do want to point out something right here. You'll see here that the open profits and loss statement section shows that the technology is utilizing right now today 265 of my dollars in the marketplace right now. Okay, so that is what's called my exposure. So in other words, out of the $5,400 that I have in this brokerage account, only 265 is actually exposed to the market, which means has an opportunity to be lost. So if you do the math, if you take the 265 and you divide it by the 5463, you'll see that my exposure is 4.8%. Think about that. What type of investment tool have you ever been able to realistically make money in, and your overall exposure is 4.8%, okay? Worst case scenario. And so Ryze is designed to use those strategies that you saw in the short video to make you money while you sleep. Now what I want to do is go back and show you the audit results. This is what really blew Dwayne away when we finally got a chance to sit down at the airport in Atlanta at 3 o'clock in the morning and doing one of his connecting flights. And so this audit report shows you that, yes, it's auditing the Capital City Markets account. It's auditing the second version of Ryze right here. And so what it's showing you is that if you had deposited your money in this account in I believe February when they started the audit, that your account would be up 24% today. I want you to think about that. you would have gained 24% interest on whatever your deposit was. If it was 500, it was 24% of 500. If it's 50,000, it's 24% of 50,000. Where in the world does that happen? All right, think about that. That is absolutely amazing. Now, the other thing I want to point out before I move forward is that this account is updated real time, okay? And so you can probably see here that it says today, Saturday, December the 30th in the upper right-hand corner as this time clicks off today's time. But it also shows you down here that this the last statistics were given on this account December the 28th at the 1700 hours. So it's keeping track of the performance of the technology. The account right now, I want to point to you, is managing $2.7 million. Today, it is managing $2.7 million currently being managed by the Ryze algorithm. And as you can tell, people are making money. How do you know? Because as you can tell, the overall deposits that were made have been 3.8 million. And the overall withdrawals have been 1.4 million. So people are putting money in, letting it go to work for them. Some of them are pulling out their profits every 6 months, or whatever the case may be, and taking those profits and doing whatever, going on a family vacation. Some people are leaving it in to let it, set up for college fund for their kids. But the whole idea is that it's working for you. And let me tarry to a close with the advanced statistics here. I'm a data person, so this is what makes it a complete no-brainer. Remember, traditional brokers or traditional traders, they may trade 3 or 4 times a day. All right, that's all they can do and manage. But this advanced computer does thousands of trades a day. Take a look at this chart right here. The green represents winning trades. The purple represents losing trades. On Monday, the algorithm did 1,300 trades. Of those trades, it lost 460, but it won 899. That's amazing. That's a 66% win ratio. Take a look at Tuesday. It did 1,600 trades. It lost 612, but it won 1,075. Take a look at Wednesday. It did 1,900 trades. It lost 623, but it won 12,097. So here's the point. Every single day, this advanced software, this advanced algorithm is focused on doing thousands of trades, but more importantly, it's focused on winning more trades than it loses every day. And if it does that, then guess what? Your net profit is a gain. Let's break it down to one more level. Look at what it does every hour. And I don't have to go through it. The color codes tell you the results. It's more green than there is purple. What that simply means is not only every hour does this advanced algorithm win more than it loses, it does it every day, it does it every week, it does it every month, it does it every year. So therefore, it's not a matter if you're gonna win by partnering with HLC and utilizing this Ryze technology as a tool to help make you money. The documentation speaks for itself. That's why we say documentation is better than conversation, because the documentation is indisputable. There's nothing to dispute. It does what it does, okay? And so that's why we're so excited about it, because you don't have a choice to win when you partner with what we're doing. Now, the next thing I want to do is kind of show you really quickly what we do on the crypto side, which is the mining. And I won't take long to do this, because I know we've been going for quite some time. So I'm gonna jump back over to this screen. So as you can tell, that's just one of the services that you're gonna have access to through your partnership with HLC. You can do the Forex, you can do the crypto, you can do equities, you can do startup, all of that stuff is available to you. So this right here is a screenshot of me just sharing, hey, this is my testimonial. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. This is a screenshot of the auto report that you just saw real time. Here's another account of one of my business partners, Mr. John Gilardi. He put in $25,000. Watch this, listen to what I'm telling you. He put in $25,000. Here's a deposit amount right here. And in that same time period, that account has grown almost $6,000 while he sleeps. Okay, guess what? It'll grow $6,000 while you sleep. Okay, and this is the power of having access to these types of tools. And again, this is the screenshot of what you just saw real time. So in the event that we were doing this presentation and the person didn't have access to internet, they could get the same concept. And then there's the crypto side. So let me bring it to a close. This is the lightning rod of what we're doing. I understand that HLC is giving you access to a member-to-member platform that will allow you to make money in the crypto space using Bitcoin. I'm going to highly encourage you to do that, because it's 2 things that you want to know that's important for the crypto world. That is the accumulation of coins, and the appreciation of their value. Okay, so write that down if you're taking notes. Two things that are very important in the crypto space. Number one is the accumulation of coins, and number two is the appreciation of their value. And so the way that you get on the cutting edge of the accumulation is that you have to be mining the coins. Listen to me, mining crypto coins is like printing money in today's world. Okay, mining crypto coins is like printing money in today's world, because what happens when you mine, you accumulate. Okay, and I'm going to show you in real time what happens with the accumulation real quick. So let me jump back over to my Google screen, and then we'll be done, and I'll pass it back to my partner here, Dwayne. So what happens with the technology is that you get a chance to mine coins. So you set up these mining contracts, as you saw, and these mining contracts are designed to put that digital currency into your wallet. I heard Joshua talk about the different types of wallets, whether it's Coinbase or etc. And so that's where you store the results of the mining. And so here in this particular account, this account was set up a little over 2 months ago, and from the mining technology, it has mined 10 coins, okay, in the last 2 months. 10 coins it has mined in the last 2 months. And because that's accumulation, it accumulated 10 coins from mining. And then you take the value of those coins, right? 1 Ether right now is worth $689 US. So therefore, this account has in it $6,900. How did I get that? It's the accumulation of coins times the appreciation of the asset. So therefore, the account almost $7,000, right? And so to us, for the miners, we don't really care, right? We know that we're going to continue to accumulate for the life of the contract, because every single contract is worth, it runs for 1,200 days, which is about 3 years. So it's going to go from 10 coins accumulated to 20 to 30 to 40. And so whatever the value of that asset is at that term, then guess what? You just multiply it by the amount of coins that you've accumulated. So just imagine, for an example, in 12 months, what the value of Ether will be per US dollar. I guarantee it'll be more than $700, right? I can't say guarantee, but I can expect it to be, right? Or 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 in 36 months. And so you as the miner are accumulating the value there. So I'm gonna show you one more account that has been running for almost 3 years, and you'll kind of get the picture on why Dwayne and I fully believe you're going to be multimillionaires just by hanging around with what we're doing, okay? Even if you don't understand it, if you run the play that we're giving you, you're going to be, as my grandfather would say, hog nasty, filthy rich, all right? And so this account has been running for about 3 years, a little bit less than 3 years. It has accumulated 14,000 coins. Listen to me. This is like printing money, right? It has accumulated 14,000 coins in that time frame, right? Now, this is the result of multiple contracts running simultaneously. So you have an option to buy more than one contract, by the way, which we highly suggest you do. You can have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30 contracts going simultaneously. This account has tons of contracts, but it has accumulated 14,000 coins in a little bit less than 3 years. And you take that by the value of Ether, which is 689. And so therefore, this account now has $9.9 million in it. I'm gonna just let that resonate for an example. $9.9 million from two things taking place: the accumulation of coins right here and the appreciation of those coins at the exact same time. This is how we're setting you up in the future. This is why we know that we're going to collapse the time frame from what it took us to make our first 6 figures in the industry, and then what it's going to take you, because of the system that we now have access to, that we're giving to you, and you're going to have access to them right at your fingertip at the click of a button. All right. And so what I want to do, Dwayne, I hope I covered everything that you wanted me to cover today with the team. We're just excited about how we get an opportunity to share with you this organization, the performance, and we're really excited about the partnership that we've been able to create here with HLC. So with that, sir, I will turn the call back to you.
Hey, Mike, if you can just share the cloud base, because a lot of people introduced to IML where they got to sit there and watch people and they're told to trade with no trade. What I love here in this space, guys, is that you have the option to do that, as well as the option to just put your money in and let the computer do it for you. So, Mike, if you can talk about that cloud base in the scenario you share with me, that'd be great.
Absolutely. So here on this particular slide, as we were sharing with you, as Dwayne talked so eloquently about diversification and putting your money in different avenues, you do have a choice. If you want to be in front of the computer and learn what a PIP is and learn a trade, we got tools and resources that allow you to do that as well. But one of the things that we take pride in is that we want to create systems that pay you money. And I learned this from one of my mentors a long time ago. He said, Mike, you know the difference between the wealthy, the wealthy and the middle class? I said, what is that? He said, the middle class buy things that don't pay, right? That don't appreciate, right? But the wealthy people purchase assets that continue to pay them. And so we have a program that's part of our portfolio called WG Startup. WG Startup is kind of like our version of Shark Tank. So those that are familiar with Shark Tank, you have these entrepreneurs and small business owners that approach the sharks and pitch their ideas, and they're looking for funding. They're looking for partnerships on how they can grow their infrastructure and grow their marketing and grow their company and take it to the next level. Well, so what Wealth Generators has is that we have this concept called WG Startup, and we utilize the expertise of a gentleman by the name of Michael Markowski. Okay, Michael Markowski. Michael Markowski was recognized in 2010 by Fortune magazine as one of America's 50th greatest investors. Let me repeat that. By Fortune magazine as one of America's 50 greatest investors. And so what Michael Markowski does for Wealth Generators is he gives us what are the best companies to do crowdfunding with as startups. So we were having this conversation 10 years ago. Do you know who would have been on that list? Airbnb would have been on that list. Snapchat would have been on that list. And Uber would have been on that list. And if it was 15 years ago, Facebook would have been on that list. And so what this WG Startup gives you an opportunity to do is put your money, no matter how small, as little as $100, as much as you want, into these cloud-based funding projects, and you'll have an opportunity to have your money grow as well. And the numbers have been amazing. And so in that same publication, back in 2010, Mr. Markowski suggested 12 companies that you should invest in crowdfunding, okay? Out of the 12, 11 of them went on to produce millions of dollars, okay, in assets and income and revenue. Out of the 11, 2 of them were purchased by private equity companies for millions of dollars, okay? And then the other 9, listen to this, the other 9 have returned anywhere from 150 to 300% result profits for the people that invested. And so remember that part that Dwayne talked about is getting the information is so key. You wouldn't be a part of a cloud investment conversation if you were just an individual, unless you had $250,000 or $1 million in assets. It just doesn't happen. But because of our partnership, you're treated like a credited investor through the Wealth Generators platform and your association with HLC. So therefore you get those picks. Like we literally just got 3 picks last month. Okay, last month we just got 3 picks on what Michael Markowski says. These are companies you need to pay attention to because this is where I'm putting my money as well. And so we want to give you that same opportunity. Remember, it's passive income and long-term wealth for you and your family. So that's what we're doing, Dwayne. Again, appreciate you, sir. And let me know if I need to cover anything else.
What if you could go back in time and invest $100 into Airbnb or Snapchat before they were multi-billion-dollar companies? Do you know how much that investment would be worth today? Here's what that investment would look like as of June 1st, 2017, if you had invested when these companies were just getting started. $100 invested into Snapchat in 2012 was worth $240,000. And $100 invested into Airbnb in 2008 was worth $2 million. WG Startups, one of Wealth Generator's most exciting products, provides an opportunity for you to identify and invest in early-stage businesses that have huge potential to grow quickly. New opportunities to invest in startups are now available for 2 reasons. First, an 83-year-old ban was lifted in 2016, enabling anyone to invest into startup companies regardless of their level of income or affluence. Second, smartphones have accelerated the transformation of the economy from industrial to digital. It's estimated that the number of new smartphone apps available in app stores at the end of 2016 will almost double over the next 3 years. Michael Markowski is Wealth Generator's startup expert. He was named by Fortune magazine as one of its 50 great investors. He's an expert at finding extremely successful startups. So how does WG Startups work? With your all-in pack subscription, you will receive newsletter alerts providing information about companies that Michael Murkowski thinks could be winners. You then decide which companies you want to invest in and add to your portfolio. It's that simple. There are rules and regulations about how much of your income you can allocate towards startup investing, but under Title III of the Jobs Act, anyone is allowed to invest up to $2,200 per year into startups, regardless of their level of income. A disciplined, diversified portfolio strategy is critical when investing into startups, since inevitably some will fail, but even one successful startup can lead to the creation of considerable wealth.